Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to the Step Up Business School Time with PMP Alumni. My name is Kwabna Entry Jr., the Communications and Events Executive at Step Up Business School. The PMP Alumni Talks is designed for you to get the courage to write your PMP exam and then pass the examination. The idea is to interview our students who have passed the exam. They went through a training with Step Up Business School, and by God's grace and their diligence and persistence have been able to pass the examination. We want you to take that courage and take that bold step also to pass your examination and then become a certified project manager. For our first edition of the PMP Alumni Talks, we have with us Emanuela, who is a certified project manager. Hello, Emanuela.
Hi, Pamela. I'm so glad to be here today. And I'll say a very big thank you to the Step Up team. You've been really instrumental in my journey towards becoming a PMP and beyond. That's why I'm really here in the first place. Thank you.
You're welcome. So just give us a brief introduction of yourself. What do you do? And then what influenced your decision to take the PMP?
Okay. My name is Emanuela Obenkranti, and at the moment I'm a personal assistant working in an institution. So what informed my joining Step Up or taking the Step Up training was I'm big on personal development, and a few years ago I took a course in digital marketing, and there was a little bit of project management in there, and so I felt like I should pursue it more. It wasn't the full package, it was just an introductory course. So I started doing my search, and then one day Step Up popped up on my Facebook feed, and I decided to just take that bold step. So it wasn't something I planned, but then I did a little research, not knowing there was more into it than I thought. So finally I'm here, and I'm so grateful.
Wow, that's wonderful. You thank God that you popped up in your feed. So how was your training? Which session did you go for? And how will you describe your training experience with Step Up Business School?
Okay, my training was really interesting, very impactful. I still remember how the classes went and all that. So I took my training last year in February, and last year in February I wrote the exam on 2nd November, just last month. And
that's about 9 months.
Yes, about 9 months, 9 or 8, yeah. And from the time I took the classes until now, I've seen a huge improvement, not just in my career, but in the way I think as an individual, as a leader, and in everything I do. By God's grace, when I go to places, when I contribute, people see something unique about me. So Step Up has added something more to who I am. Yeah, and
that's
grateful.
good to hear.
Yeah.
So if I should be clear, that means you didn't have any project management experience before.
I
You didn't have the experience.
I didn't.
You didn't, okay, and you were able to conquer it in just 9 months.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
But I learned during the training. I learned, and what I'm now sure of is that you don't necessarily need to be in a huge project to know that you've undertaken any project. There are very few projects we do on a daily basis. At your workplace, you lead a team, maybe World Environmental Day, you are tasked to lead a team to do a small project, a documentary. As long as you are leading a group of people, taking initiative to do something that has a timeline and you've achieved it, that's a project. Being a photographer at church or any other, all of these are small projects in themselves.
So that's nice to hear, because a lot of people, give this excuse that, oh, I'm not into project management.
Yes.
But this is someone who didn't have any project management experience and was able to conquer in 9 months. And I think that's a very, very wonderful story. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's dive into the examination itself. We have a lot of people who have taken the course and they are so scared to take the exam. Some people are scared that they are going to fail. But I always say that more people pass than fail. How were your preparations for the exam? What's happened in the exam room?
Okay, I'll say before you decide to take on any journey, you need to first sit down and count your cost, as a good book says. So you need to be determined. You need to know what you want and actually be willing to get there. So a lot of people want to pass, but they don't have that, I call it stickability, to remain.
If you have to explain, you're using project terms.
So you need to be determined enough from the beginning to the end. You need that push. You need that internal motivation. So during that time, during my lessons, I took a weekday package.
Okay.
So Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Yeah. So I went through all of that success. If you need to take a leave or whatever, depending on the nature of your work, you can and you should if it's necessary. So even after the training, I looked for a group, which I think is very important. Very, very important. Although the training sessions are really wonderful, my instructor was Mr. Boniface Blaha. Really good man, really good. And then later on, I got to meet Mr. James, also very instrumental. So I found myself in looking for a group.
Is it from the same class? Was it from your same class?
Initially, but later on, that couldn't hold. So I came for the boot camp.
Okay.
And then that is where I met new sets of people across different classes. And I decided to join in their group. So what we are doing in the group was that each person takes a specific knowledge area or a specific topic, and then they present as if the instructor is presenting based on how you understand. So we're doing that on weekends because that was when most people were available. Then people ask questions. You are not entitled or you are not expected to know everything, but we learn from each other. So by God's grace, the group was able to hold really well. Everyone was as determined as I was. I think even others more than. So
written now?
Most of them.
Most of them.
And they've all passed.
Certainly.
Yes.
Certainly they've passed.
Yeah, and they've all passed. So that determination needs to be there. And I will not rule out the faith aspect. Okay. God. I mean, if you don't have a relationship with God, you need to get one. Not because of the PMP, but in the long term, you need Him. You really need Him. So I registered. I got a motivation from one of us who wrote and passed, Comfort. Okay. And then I decided to also register. But then as the date was drawing near, I realized actually 1 week more.
The countdown.
The countdown. Pressure.
Yeah.
But all the same, I reached out to Regina.
Okay.
And then she booked me. We had a consultation and she booked me and everything. So when I went to the center, I took mine in the morning. When I went to my center, everything was calm. They weren't open at first. I went very early because I didn't know the place. So you need to really prepare. Yeah, and go even if it's 2 hours early. Charlie, when you're going to get to this, look at the time you go there. Yeah, so I went there really early. Then I went through a few things. Basically, I listened to a lot of videos because at that point, it was difficult for me to capture anything new. So I just listened to videos from the recommendations from Mr. James. Yeah, his materials are really, really helpful. And then the center opened and I was assigned a workspace. Their workspaces, I was assigned a workspace, given a rules chart and everything before I started. So everything is timed as you may know, or some of you may know. Once you start the exam, the clock starts ticking. And then you answer the questions in batches. After every 60 questions, there's a period for break. during that break, it's advisable to take it, just to take in some fresh air, rejuvenate, then go in for the next batch. I think it's important that because you don't have, because you don't know how the questions are going to be like, you can jot down a few things on your charts or your pad, so that when you get to question 100 and then it's asking for the calculation of something, it's not now that you are going to try to remember. Yeah, the mindset is really important. So yes, what else?
That's an interesting thing. But from everything that you're saying, I think the key thing that I'm getting is that you really need to prepare, and then be determined to do it.
Yes.
I think that's the key. And then the faith also comes in. That's wonderful. So let's talk about opportunities. You've been a PMP for, let's say, 2 to 3 months. What are the opportunities that you can have with this certification?
Okay, so there are more opportunities than I thought I could have. In the first place, as I said previously, you don't necessarily need to be in a projectized environment. PMP opens you up to, first of all, your mindset. So it's something that is relevant everywhere, in every space, whether you're in IT, whether you're in a public organization, whether you have your own business, whatever it is, it gives you that leadership push. So if you're in an organization that is projectized, then that is like a great or an excellent fit for you. So you get to apply all of these things directly. Yes. So when we talk of conflict management, leadership roles, stakeholder engagement, managing your costs, your time, there are a lot of things that go into managing projects, and especially managing people. If you can manage people really effectively and you know your staff, then I think you are on the right path. However, if you are not in a projectized environment, it still adds up to you because of the personal development bit. So it teaches servant leadership. So with servant leadership, whether you are the head of department or not, how to effectively navigate your way through understanding everybody, making sure that the project is on track. How to even, sometimes you have to find a way to make things work, even around your boss. Sure. You have to put heads together. Understanding them in the first place is very key. So there are a lot of other opportunities in every field. It's really relevant. People usually like to mention IT and construction, but it's basically in every field. Yeah.
So you are not in an IT or construction?
No, I'm not.
It's mean of huge benefits.
Yeah, of huge benefits.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So in wrapping up, let's talk about people who also want to, take this bold step. What do you say to such people? People who are considering, they still not decided they want to do the PMP is not for me. What do you tell such people?
Like a lot of people I know.
If
you're watching me, if you are watching me, you know I'm talking about you. They've been singing the song, I want to write, having a PMP is good. They know all the benefits, but for some reason the push is not there. Some people are looking at the financial aspect. Yeah, and I would say that PMP is worth it, not just because the title is heavy, but aside the other benefits I've mentioned from your organization, getting the PMP really pushes you. You have no idea how far it can send you. Now, this is what I always say, that to get something quality and something that will last long, I would rather spend more money and more time on than to just do something short that will not benefit you long term. Because in the long term, the reward that we are going to reap, not just in terms of financially, the recognition, the excellence, a lot of things far outweighs the monetary value. So I'll say you should be intentional, you should give it a push, give it all your best. Be internally motivated. If you are not sure internally whether to take it or not, I don't think anything from outside will push you here. So, Kenya, like,
I love that.
shake your body, like, let the fire come
Yeah.
and then write it, and you will not regret it. Yeah. And sign up with Step Up. They are really good. That's why I'm here in the first place.
Yeah. So, talking about that, how do you rate Step Up Business School's training for you? What can you say about us?
Okay, Pabna. So, I'll give Step Up 4.5 stars.
Where is the half? Where is the half?
I have to explain the
Okay,
half
you have to explain
before I
it.
add it to 5 stars.
Yes, okay.
So,
Take the explanation.
yeah. They said nothing is excellent. So,
Okay.
that's 4.5 stars. But I'll make it 5 stars because of the food.
Wow.
So, when I'll come to this,
Mm.
hey.
Mm.
So, I took the weekday session.
Okay.
We're giving
It's hard
snacks.
as the in-person.
Yeah, in person. In person, we're giving snack, and the snack is not pie and sobolo like you get from other places. Just all the samosa and everything, some different juices and everything, chicken, spicy chicken and everything.
Yes, spicy.
Monday to Friday. And then even after that, just last year, a dinner was organized
Yes,
for
all PMPs.
PMPs, yeah. So for all those who have passed the exam.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend
Oh.
due to work-related issues. But then I haven't seen this anywhere. That you are learning and you are eating. I mean, what kind of motivation is this? Other place, who item 13, maybe that kind of thing.
You have to ask for item 30.
You have to ask for item 13.
But yeah, we beg you to eat the item 30.
I tell you. Even right now, we've had a cocktail and
Yes.
some interaction session.
Master class.
Yeah, master class. Also with item 30. But they won't be sacral. They're the mouth.
Free.
So they are taking care of your mind and your body. Yeah. So that's what makes up the 5 stars. So I must really commend Step Up Business School to everyone who intends taking the PMP training and the exam. Their assistance is right from day one. Even from before you start the training, the payments and everything, up to, even right now, I'm still receiving support. So I don't know when I think it's not going to end.
It's forever.
So till the instructors are also really good. They are practical. They give real life examples, something you can easily relate to. You can ask questions. I mean, it's not like the usual thing we learn in school where you chew and pour, that kind of thing. No, it's something very relational. You can even ask real questions of issues in your workplace or any other thing, and they'll be able to come through for you. So I commend Step Up Business School very well, and shout out to my instructor, Mr. Boniface Blaha, and then to James as well. Yeah, the two of them have been really instrumental. And shout out to my PMP group, special group. Godfred is our project manager for that group. I can't mention all the names, please forgive me. But Godfred is the head, so at least I can mention him, the class prefect. And the assistant was Emmanuel Sampson. So thank you all.
He's also a PMP.
Yes, really good. So thank you all. Thank you, Step Up. Make sure you register now, and we Step Up for a really good experience, and you will not regret it. Bye.
Wow. Thank you, Emanuela. It's been a wonderful time with you, and I appreciate your presence and your time today, Manuela PMP. I have to add a title before I get into trouble. But
PMP, we're in the building.
yeah, building. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So for today's take home, I'll say that you need to really prepare for the PMP examination. Manuela started her journey in February 2024, and she took her exam in November 2024. And here she is now. She had no background in project management, but she has been able to pass the PMP exam, and now is benefiting from the PMP certification. Thank you once again, Emanuela. This has been our very first episode of the PMP Alumni Talks. We hope that you are being geared up to start thinking about writing your exam. As she said, you need to be determined, you need to persist. Even after the training, you need to get some group, and then you need that internal motivation. Very, very key. That nobody is coming to motivate you anyway. Right now, the motivational speakers, we are tired. So motivate yourself and then start registering for the examination. My name is Kwabena Jr. once again. I'll see you in our next episode. Bye.